Hello, loves. This is Emme Rain, and today I want to do a really quick video. It's some encouragement as a person who do magic for a living, okay, and regularly represent people energetically in ritual for various things. Let me go on record as saying I understand. Okay, that's my disclaimer for the beginning of this. I understand. I understand what it feels like to not fully know yourself. I understand what it feels like not to fully be aware of the potential that you have and all of the different things that you can do. And I know that real physical life can be the biggest bully we ever have to face down, but it still is a bully that we're going to have to face down, right? So, in my field or line of work, I get a lot of people who come to me for love magic, and I get it, like I say. But sometimes when they come, they're very specific about who they want work done on. And they're specific about how they want it done, right? So someone hit me up one day and she was saying that her boyfriend, she keeps catching him texting and inboxing and phone calls and all this stuff with other women. And she wants him to stop it. Who wouldn't? Okay? But that's outside your power. That's outside my power. That's outside the scope of magic. It's not impossible to magic. It's outside the scope of how it should be used. It is so easy to get into the habit of trying to force everything energetically once you realize how powerful energy is. Can I do a spell to make him lose interest in these things? Sure. Will it last for the duration of? No. Okay? Depending on how much of that bush he has in him. Okay? Or for that matter, if we talk about a woman, she has in her. It doesn't matter. People. Depending on how much of that BS is in them, that spell at the conclusion of it might last a day, a week, or a month. And then you're right back where you started from. Loves, I love magic. It's some of my favorite thing to do. It's beautiful. What I hate is when you're trying to force love from someone who don't have it for you, because that's impossible. I can make him sit there. I can make him shut up. I can make him impotent. I can do a lot of things. I can't make him love you if he don't love you already. If he has experienced you and didn't choose love, there's nothing I can do about it. Now, if he love you already, yes, we can amplify that. We can build upon the spark, right? But building up on the spark don't always look how people think it should look. Building up on the spark sometimes is a complete breakup, okay? Because he needs to be completely away from you. And him going out there being real stupid, real dumb, or her, whatever, and going through all these things so that they finally come to the realization, oh my God, I should have stayed there. But by that time, guess what you probably gonna be done? You probably done moved on with your life anyway. One day somebody asked me, did I put a spell on my husband? For what? Because I don't want to have to spell this guy every day of the rest of our lives together to stay with me. I let him choose me the natural way. I chose him the natural way. And if something happens where we make a different decision, we're going to honor that the natural way. Because see, love magic works best. I'm giving y'all the tea, okay? The tea. Because I want to see my ladies happy and fellas too. Love magic works best when there is no face or name involved and there is just all the feeling and all of the good gushy gooiness that you want to pour out of yourself and have poured back into you. It's like, I want to be safe to love this person. I want to lay my head on their shoulders. I want us to take long walks on the beach. I want us to have a beautiful family. I want us to do business together. I want us to travel together. I want him to be my best friend. I want us to laugh. And you start envisioning yourself laughing, ha ha, he, and holding hands, skipping and tiptoeing through tulips and all these different things and turning flips and walking in the rain. And you start experiencing, and even when I'm just saying all this, like the energy is building up, it's high. Okay, so you start imagining all of these things and you're pouring this energy into a candle. You're pouring it in. You're just pushing it in. And the universe is receiving all of this amplified energy of love and passion and joy and happiness. And the next thing you know, here comes Tim. And y'all just happen to be walking by, but he look at you and be like, do I know you? It's like, no. You wouldn't normally probably pick Tim. That's why the hell you doing Love Magic in the first place. Because all of us don't know exactly what we need, right? But y'all start talking, just on happenstance. And then you look up a year from now, you're in love. He's in love. You both are safe together. He wants you. You want him. You didn't spell him. He didn't spell you. The universe made a decision based upon what was really in you, what was a fit for all of that, where all of that could be safe, where all of that would be protected, where all of that would be appreciated and reciprocated. Okay? You cannot make a person who don't have that for you have that for you long enough for it to matter. Now, I'm full disclosure, okay? I have a client who has been paying me to work on one person for 5 years. And she's content with taking that $1,000 bill every month. Every month. Because that's what she wants to do. Is anything possible when you add magic to it? Yes. Is it real? Is it lasting? Is it sustainable? That's a whole nother conversation. When it comes to matters of the heart and matters of the finances and the body as well, I mean, we really just all the way across the board, but dialing it back to what I'm supposed to be talking about, when it comes to matters of the heart, you want sustainable, safe, lasting. I got a girl who, it's funny. She hired me to do various things, and we've walked the gamut. We worked on business and personal stuff and body and this and that. I mean, because it's been years. But every now and again, she'll send me these pictures of a ritual, and it has all these white candles and, you know, this and this and that. So one day, and I usually just say, oh, that's beautiful. I'm just so happy that she's doing ritual. But one day, for whatever reason, I felt something from the picture. And I asked her, I said, what is that for? She said, because you got to live a long time. I don't know another mystic like you, and I don't want you to die on me because I don't know what I would do. You would do what you're doing right now. You're doing ritual to extend my life. Without my permission, by the way. But you're doing ritual to extend my life. You do ritual. You do these things for you. However, we have to get to a place where we realize that we are the power. And so when we end up coming into situations, especially related to love, but also the other stuff, when we end up coming into situations where we feel disempowered, there's generally a reason for that. Sometimes it is some things that we have to learn. Sometimes it's some things that we have to let go. Sometimes it's some things that we have to fortify ourselves with. But rarely are we meant to trample all over the autonomy of another person. Rarely. The only time I feel justified in trampling all over the autonomy of another person is when that person is causing pain and harm everywhere they go. In that case, then we become the hands of karma. But when it comes to love's just focus on you being safely, lavishly loved, and safe to love lavishly. Focus on your happiness and trust the universe, trust your ancestors, trust your spirit team, trust your oversoul. Like, trust these things that once you realize that you deserve all of the things, and that not just I deserve to have a new car, so I'm going to force this guy to buy me a new car. No, but that I not only deserve a new car and a home and all these things that I want, I deserve a person who looks at me and thinks I deserve it too. So I don't have to force you that when you look at me, you want me to have the best. If I got a husband or a mate that I got to do work on for them to take care of me, I definitely have the wrong mate. If I have to do work on you for you to choose me over and over again, I want you to think about what that means before you commit to it. You know, it always be people around here that'll take your money and bind and this and this and that and this and that. And so I'm going to close it with this because I do spells for money. Okay? I do spells for money. And that shit works. It is what it is. Don't do all the spells that come to me. I turn down more than I take, right? But I'm going to close with this warning. When it comes to matters of the heart, and this is specific, when a person is done with you, when they have had their fill, that's a truth, right? So if someone comes along, say I come along and I sit them down and I say, you're not leaving her, right? The feeling, the original feeling doesn't go anywhere. It's just there. So that person won't leave, but don't understand why they ain't gone. Like they still don't want you, right? So now because they feel trapped, it builds animosity that might not have been there. So when the magic starts to wane, the meanness starts to come. The more aggressive and abusive they may become. It's dangerous to lock yourself in with somebody who is done with you. It could be the death of you. And we have seen it as mystics. Anybody who's been in this field for long enough, we know when it happens, we can identify it. It's frequency specific, okay? Nobody in this world should be that desperate because desperation is an illusion or comes from an illusion that your options are limited. No, they not. Okay? They are not. And I hope that you remember that. I'm not trying to discourage you for working toward what you want. I'm asking you to want in a more non-specific way, but specifically want the things, the feeling, get into the feeling, the flow generally. The specific feelings, the specific flow in a general way. No face, no name. Wherever I can be loved like this and I can love like this, that's what I want. And then see how much different your love magic is going to be. I hope you guys could feel this, and I hope that you guys will hear me. I hope that you guys also understand that grieving is not a terrible thing. Grieving can be absolutely magical as well. If there's something or someone you need to let go, then do so. And watch what happens after. Y'all visit me on my website, magicalmystic.com, or if you want to take some classes, including Love Magic class, I have them at divinityacademy.com. And I will see you guys soon.